Welcome to this presentation on a Paxos-based algorithm to minimize the overhead of process recovery in consensus. This research was conducted by Satyanarayanan Srinivasan et al. And published in 27th April 2019. Today, we'll explore the key findings and contributions of this important work. Let's begin by understanding the problem this research addresses. Good morning, everyone. Today, we delve into a critical area of distributed systems, minimizing process recovery overhead in consensus algorithms. The theoretical gap we address stems from the limited research on effectively handling process recovery within consensus, despite its non trivial impact. Existing algorithms, while robust to failures, often incur significant overhead when recovered processes re enter the system, potentially disrupting ongoing consensus rounds and forcing new iterations. Our research hypothesis is that a specialized Paxos based algorithm can significantly lower the upper bound on time to achieve consensus in partially synchronous systems, particularly when accounting for process recovery. Our baseline assumptions include a partially synchronous message passing system with a known upper bound on message delay, denoted as delta. We assume non-Byzantine failures, a maximum of 8 process failures, and that recovered processes are aware of their faulty state, enabling specific recovery protocols. We also categorize system runs into R good and R nice, where R nice runs represent systems synchronous from the start with initial failures, but allowing recovery, a scenario we believe offers significant optimization potential. Our algorithm is a novel adaptation of the basic Paxos protocol designed to optimize for process recovery. Each process executes a sequence of rounds, identified by a round number, similar to proposal numbers in Paxos. A round comprises two phases, a prepare phase and an accept phase. In the prepare phase, a process broadcasts a prepare message containing its chosen round number. It then collects replies. A crucial aspect is how a process selects its round number and estimate. If it has previously seen an accept message, it inherits the value from the highest such message and sets its timestamp accordingly. Otherwise, it uses its initial proposal. The process then evaluates two conditions. First, that a majority of replies indicate their highest seen accept message was from a round less than or equal to its current timestamp. And second, that it has not received an accept message from a round higher than its current timestamp. If both conditions hold, it proceeds to the accept phase. If not, it terminates the current round and starts a new one. In the accept phase, the process broadcasts an accept message with its round number and estimate. It awaits replies, each indicating whether the replying process accepted the proposal and listing any higher round numbers it has seen. The process then checks two conditions for success. First, that all received replies indicate acceptance, and second, that no element from the collected higher round numbers originating from processes that did not reply exceeds a specific threshold related to the number of failures and non-responding processes. If both are met, the value is decided. A key modification for recovery is that a recovered process waits for a specific duration before initiating its first round, allowing it to observe system state and prevent premature disruption. Our timing analysis demonstrates significant improvements in consensus achievement time. For our nice runs, where all process failures are initial and the system is synchronous from the start, our algorithm achieves consensus within 5 times the maximum message delay. This is a substantial reduction compared to the 17 times message delay reported by prior work for R good runs, which also encompasses R nice scenarios. For the more general R good runs, where failures can occur before stability and processes can recover, our algorithm reduces the upper bound to 11 times the message delay. This improvement is achieved by carefully managing the overhead associated with old messages from failed processes. We prove that for any round proceeding to the accept phase in an R nice run, a critical condition regarding higher round numbers from non-responding processes always holds. This is due to the recovered process waiting period, which ensures that by the time a recovered process initiates its first round, other processes have already processed and replied to earlier accept messages, effectively nullifying the impact of potential higher round numbers from newly recovered processes. Our analysis shows that a process starting a round at time t will broadcast its prepare message, receive replies by t plus 2 times message delay, broadcast its accept message by t plus 2 times message delay, and receive replies by t plus 3 times message delay. The highest round in the system will then successfully decide by t plus 5 times message delay. This tight bound is maintained by ensuring that any competing higher rounds initiated during the critical window fail in their prepare phase, preventing them from disrupting the ongoing consensus. The theoretical implications of our work are profound. By demonstrating that consensus can be achieved in 5 times the message delay for R nice runs and 11 times for R good runs, we challenge the established upper bounds in partially synchronous systems with process recovery. This directly refutes the implicit assumption that recovery necessarily incurs a high, irreducible cost. Our algorithm's ability to selectively enable processes executing lower rounds to decide, irrespective of higher rounds, minimizes the disruptive effect of recovered processes. This mechanism, particularly the waiting period for recovered processes and the stringent conditions for proceeding to the accept phase, effectively prunes non contributing or disruptive proposals early, leading to faster convergence. This work contributes to the future research frontier by highlighting the importance of fine grained analysis of system run types and their specific recovery characteristics. It suggests that by tailoring algorithms to specific recovery scenarios, even within the broad category of partially synchronous systems, significant performance gains are achievable. This opens avenues for exploring other specialized run types and their optimal consensus solutions. Furthermore, our approach of broadcasting the highest seen round number periodically or embedding it in prepare and accept messages provides a robust mechanism for maintaining system wide knowledge, which is critical for efficient recovery and progress. This could inform future designs for dynamic leader election and state machine replication in highly volatile environments. In conclusion, our core contribution is a novel Paxos based algorithm that significantly minimizes the overhead of process recovery in consensus. We have reduced the upper bound for achieving consensus to 5 times the message delay in our nice runs and 11 times the message delay in our good runs, a notable improvement over the previous 17 times message delay. This is achieved through a refined protocol that intelligently handles proposals from recovered processes and ensures rapid convergence. Looking ahead, there are several high level directions for future research. First, it would be challenging and valuable to construct an algorithm that meets both the theoretical lower bound for stable runs, which is f plus 2 rounds, and simultaneously matches or improves our current 5 times message delay upper bound in our nice runs. Second, exploring the integration of our optimized recovery mechanisms with state machine replication systems, particularly in dynamic multi-Paxos or leaderless Paxos variants, could yield further performance benefits. Finally, investigating the applicability of these principles to other fault models or more complex network topologies, such as those with varying message delays or transient partitions, could extend the utility and robustness of our approach.